Coast, but in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers of Jordan Hare, this matchup has had it all. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Forward to it all week. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Auburn's offense will have the opening possession of the game. The Deep South's oldest rivalry will stir deep emotions, and just last year, Auburn gave the Dogs a big scare early in the third quarter, but man, did Georgia pour it on late.
Yeah, it was still 31-13, but there were some moments, there were some cracks, but Georgia took care of business. I'll tell you what, Jesse, this is beginning to be a very one-sided rivalry. Auburn needs to show up. Like, Georgia's had bragging rights year after year after year. Auburn's got to shut these guys up.
Yeah, Georgia's won 8 in a row now in this rivalry. You're right. I think the big key for Auburn, they've got to be able to get pressure on the quarterback. Could not do it consistently against Carson Beck. Big reason why Carson Beck did not turn it over in this game last season. That had been a problem for him early in the year. Auburn's defense has to play big today.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Alston. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And I think on that last play. It's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Coleman. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
From the gun, running back gets the gift. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try the run. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Singleton. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground, it's Cobb. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Georgia's offense will take the field for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off in defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And, man, it's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score. They get you jacked up, excited. About adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So here comes the Auburn offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The kick is on its way. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3-and-out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Stockton. They're setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. Now, last year there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Back to pass. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And it's no good. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kicker. Improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Grabbed in the middle. It's Frazier. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll send the back in motion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for space. It's Alston. At the 35, he's got room. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Turning it up, headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn.
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a 1st down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. To the air, it's Stockton. Caught behind the line, it's Frazier. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
Unleashes it on the run. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes the... Back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Gives it on the option. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
And the Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Grab near the marker. It's Singleton. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Trying play action. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Coleman. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they can... To flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Caught by the receiver. Rule out of bounds at the 32. Brings up second down.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's Cobb. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his big tight end. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Auburn comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can.
Breaks into the open. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Grab near the sticks. It's dealt. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense set on first down.
Get set, get set.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Okay, ready?
Now on second down after the incompletion.
Easy.
Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Branch. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Snagged in the middle. It's Bell. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback adapting. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
The Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got it in the middle. It's Branch. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! It's a much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So a drive there of 85 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cobb. And the returner will be knocked down. So here comes the Auburn offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it on until they find an answer.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Cobb. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Alston. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Singleton. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted a first. Turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Rides the back and leaves it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Simmons. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Coming out with it, it's Branch. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Safe completion on the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The short hands, it's Branch. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Here comes the heat. Got the first down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unleashes one deep. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Georgia! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a two-score game. You got to build on this momentum in the second half.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads it downfield. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The fake spike. right, trying to catch the defense napping. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
I don't think the quarterback sold the spike well enough on that one. It didn't seem like the defense was fooled in that 2-minute situation.
They'll take a final shot here on 4th down, probably the last play of the half. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, the Deep South shuts down when the Tigers and Dogs get together, and that's the case again here today. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between and Georgia plays out.
Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Caught near the sticks. It's Frazier. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Using his legs, it's Frazier. A stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to take a shot. Brings it inside the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Looking for space. It's Cobb. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. Trying to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
As a coach, that is exactly what you want. You want complementary football. The offense has been doing their thing. This defense now stepping up, maybe trying to get the football back to their offense again.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Caught near the sticks, it's Bell. There he goes! Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And as he throws, had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Smashes it between the uprights. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. On the move, it's Alston. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Singleton. At the 45 on its way. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. The give on the inside. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Auburn going to work with another 1st down. Rides the back on the option, the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes. Nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
3rd down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Give to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
They've been great on third down. Now to finish the deal on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Go straight ahead. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Off play action. Into the end zone. Big guy smells it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
It's a bit of an interesting choice. You could break the tie with the field goal, but worst-case scenario, you don't convert on fourth down, they're backed up in their own end. They want to throw it. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical fourth down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. Two dudes on the exact same page coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on fourth down.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that will be plenty for the first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The sure hands, it's go. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down to the 37. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Gets it to him on the screen. Turning it off. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, it's an offense that prides himself on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
The Dogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No.
Extra point here will tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. An 82-yard drive there. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff from the gun. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He leaves it with the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Simmons. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Gives it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Cobb. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. Inside the 40. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, they've tried to get this quarterback going, running the ball in a variety of ways, and they haven't really been able to kind of break him out just yet until that run right there. Nice individual effort on the scramble. It took a little longer than they would have liked, but maybe that's the play. It's really going to sort of spark this offense and really maybe get this guy going more on the ground.
Looking to throw on first down. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun. Give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. They'll They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And now they regain the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure. All the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Stockton. They'll run the screen. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Branch. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Going deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Gives it to the back on the draw. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Catch in the middle. It's Branch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, he leads it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. That's caught. It's Bell. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Frazier. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Looking to throw at Stockton. grabs behind the line. It's Frazier. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And after completion on 3rd and long, because of where they are in the field and because they have a narrow lead, you'd expect this team to just go ahead, kick the field goal, and take the points.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Fellas, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Now they'll run the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
They try to go drop with just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and the offense has a negative play.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Coleman. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does, winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. Got the first down and more. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. gives it on the option. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Now second down, and it's as if this crowd senses they can help them get a huge stop. The give on the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. Comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. It'll all be decided right here. Win or lose on this kick. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. It is the Auburn Tigers emerging victorious in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.